folks, and welcome to the Let's Go Fishing show. And
Yes, sir.
Mike and I are here, and we're glad to be here, Mike.
Glad to be here too.
That's exactly right.
Got some good film to show them.
Got some good film to show them. Got some good tales to tell, and I mean, it's just been chaos. It really has.
Yeah.
I got my shirt on, Bible school, vacation Bible school shirt on here. Just left the commencement service there at the church, and the kids had a ball. And had got them one of them big slides blowed up, Mike, out there in the grass, and then they was just, I fed them, and they was out there playing, and they're just wonderful. Everything was wonderful. Like Mike said, we got some film, and I mean, yeah. So Ed Galt, I hope you're watching.
Yeah.
We're going to tell you a few things what we found out and that kind of stuff. And Mike's got a couple of trips. We'll wait till we show that film before you bring that up, Mike.
Well, you was the one that kept aggravating me and telling me that I need to get a little net up there to net them fish.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, I did. I'll admit that. I did do that.
Well, I got one.
Yeah, I know, Mike, but I didn't mean a badminton net. I meant a fish net, something a little bigger than that. I mean, I'm trying to scoop up them 20-inch smallmouth in a little old dip net that ain't big as for bluegill.
You said a little net. I said,
well, I know. I mean,
it's bigger than my minnow net. So
yeah. Hold that back up there. Yeah, there it is. Anyway, when we're tournament fishing, we got a pretty good sized net laying out in the boat, and then this, that, and the other. And when we're up here just pleasure fishing, getting film for the show, I've got Bill's dad's old net in my boat, and it's bigger than that one. And Mike's got us a badminton net in his boat, and it's hard to get them in the net. And we lose a lot trying to film, there at the boat, and land them by hand, and we lose several fish. So, little net just comes in handy, but that and there's just a little bit small, and plus it's got a little old short handle on it. But anyway, Mike slings them up in the boat, and unless I get there before he gets a chance, but that's just part of it. And we're going to go on. I'm going to say hello to Dad, to Polly, and Bill.
Yes.
And Bill, I know you're watching if you're at home, and I hadn't got a chance to talk to you this week since we talked Saturday. I just wanted to see how you was feeling and if you had any info on when you was going to have to go to the doctor. But anyway, we got Mike made a couple of trips up there last week by himself, and then Wesley and I were up there on Friday night, and then Mike and I went back on Saturday night. And we're going to show what Mike had on his camera, and then we'll come back and talk about that a little bit. And because what he found out up there by himself is what helped me and Wesley on Friday night, and then definitely we followed up on Saturday night. Mike and I did with what we did. And as far as I'm concerned, it's headed up. I mean, the fishing's only going to get better, and for the next, till July the 4th anyway. And
standing room only then.
Yeah, exactly right. And we're catching some fish in there shallow. We're catching some out next to the boat. They just kind of seem to be scattered, but a lot of them. And but we'll get into that here as quick as we get the film over with, and come back to us. And like I said, there's 2 or 3 things we want to elaborate on. One thing, folks, is remember our sponsors. As you can see, the numbers there on the screen, and so we like to continue doing the show, and they're the ones footing the bill. And they like to know. And I don't blame them. Is money well spent? So when you go into their business, please let them know that you appreciate them sponsoring the show and all that kind of stuff, because we can't do it without them. So when Brad's ready, Brad's filling in tonight for
Mr. Dillon.
Yeah, and we're going. Brad's going to run in the studio, and so Brad, when you get ready, just put the fishing film up. Okay, buddy.
All right, folks. You can see that moon up there. You clouds. Are you up here after the show?
Couldn't.
Got put in the water up here. Boy, it's a pretty night now, I'm telling you. Beautiful place up here on North Lake. We're going to get out here and throw after them smallmouth. Wish Bill or Steve or one of them was up here with me. So, anyway, we hope to show you a few of them. So, hang with us and let's go fishing.
Okay, folks. Finally, as you can see, got one in the boat after I missed 10 or 12 jumping off and everything else. So I'm going to put the light on here a minute. Maybe you can see him a little better. Get him back in here in the water. Got to get another. Alright, folks, I finally got another little one hooked up there. I missed several more. It's just been one of those nights. Okay, folks, there's another good smallie. He was right in there next to the bank. Sitting out here in 50 foot of water, but he was right in there next to the bank. So we'll keep throwing at him. We keep missing more than we're catching, but we're having a good time at it anyway. Right, you little devil. Hold still. I'll get you off there. Boy, he's mean. All right, you put him back and try for another. There's a nice little smallie. You put him back. Still catching them on the same thing. I throwed everything in the book at them. Seems like that red and black's the only thing they want. We'll stay after them. So we can get this big hind in here. Yeah, there's one of them good ones. Yeah. Whoa, now. Don't look at him. Hold still there a minute. I'm undone. Yeah, I got you now. All right. Yeah, that's a nice one. Good 18 incher. You put him back and See if we can get another one. Hey folks, I'm gonna pack it up and head to the house. Had one heck of a night. Caught a few, lost a whole lot. Been a wild night. So remember the sponsors, and if you get a chance, come on up here at Norse and throw after these old big smallmouth. There's plenty of them in here. Just hang on to them. Tell old Steve I wished he was here, but Bill too. But I guess sometimes you have to do what you got to do. But, anyway, we'll see you tomorrow night, I guess.
We're back and see what goes on. Let's see, Mike. Okay, that's your mic over there.
Yeah.
All righty, good deal. Seen that in there. Let's discuss that film right quick, Mike. Give us a little. That was what night last week?
I fished on Tuesday night and then went back Thursday night after the show there.
Yeah.
Didn't get much on Tuesday night, just a clip or two. A little bit on Thursday night. It seemed kind of funny there, but you know, that fog got on the lens and you couldn't hardly see. Didn't know it done that. Managed to see that on your camera whenever I flipped the screen open, but seen it fogged up and wasn't showing too good a picture. But anyway, I went through several different baits, and it seemed like that little red fly with a black rind on it got to doing the best for me there, and lost a lot of fish. I mean, tell you, just throw it out there, and it seemed like they'd grab it, and you'd set the dang hook, and it'd come up, and it's gone. It was something else. And then I pulled on one spot, and because you was talking about fishing that spinnerbait the week before.
Yep.
And I started throwing this black spinnerbait, his black hair, with a watermelon chunk on it. And man, I tell you what, I made 7 casts and 7 strikes, hooked all 7 fish, and they come to the top of the water, and as soon as they hit the top of the water, they throw the spinnerbait plumb back at me. I couldn't believe it. I said, my God, what a hook on that thing. How in the world are they throwing that hook out?
Right.
It's sharp. I mean, it's needle sharp too. I couldn't believe that. But
Head Galt, that's a spinnerbait head, and he's tied black bucktail on it.
Yeah.
It don't have a skirt now. It's bucktail hair tied on that spinnerbait, and he's been doing that for umpteen years. So if you can get you some of that, you'll probably be all right. Go ahead, Mike, with something else.
Well, like I say, I tried another fly with a touch of red with a touch of chartreuse on the back of it. And, you know, I caught some fish on it too, but I think them fish changed there from what they did on Thursday night to when me and you got back up there on Saturday night. You know, they were still hitting that red, but not as good.
Right.
I was catching most of them. Well, it started out probably 20 foot, and then it seemed like as the night went on, they just kept easing on up and easing on up.
That's
Because you're sitting out there in 25 foot of water, and you're throwing in there, and all of a sudden when it'd sink to the bottom, one would grab it, and you say, dang, he's in there a little bit shallower, so you'd move in a little bit further and start catching another one. He'd be on in there 10 foot.
Yeah.
And, so, yeah, they slowly moved up as the night went on there.
Wes and I found that out on Friday night. You got up there. Let's see. I don't know where that was. Probably the week before. Yeah, that was the week before the first trip on the second and the third. on Saturday night. You came up, and we were already there. And as the night progressed, we got there early that evening, and caught a couple before dark. And then we quit early, and you were still out there fishing. And I called you and told you that they was, the last bites I had, the fish they definitely moved out of that 25 foot of water in there to that 10, 12, 15 foot of water.
Yes, sir.
And so they were definitely on the move up. They were definitely, for a fact. I think we discussed that a little bit last week, because that was the film we showed, Wesley and I. And but yeah, it's it's definitely a changing situation with the moon. At that time was full last week, and the first night we were up there wasn't any moon. That night, that night it was dark of the moon. That was on the weekend of the 2nd, I think, and we didn't do much good. We caught a few fish, but that's when you and I were there, and I caught them, had them 3 big rockfish hooked, and got the one in. And that night it was just pitch black dark.
Yes, sir.
And then the following weekend there on the 2nd, we had a little bit of moon, about a quarter, first quarter, and that thing, and then it just, got better and better as the moon went on, and what time we got to fish up there. But was always a change, and we're going to get into that big change right here in just a little bit, as quick as we show this film on my camera that you and I shot Saturday night. And let's do that, and then we'll come back and talk about the big crawdad and what changes we had to make there Saturday night, or I had to make to get catching some fish.
Yeah.
So, Brad, if you'll show that's on my camera, we'll be in business. Okay. Just a second. We'll have that going. And Vicky, I hope you can hear us better. We got a little text from my sister. She's watching on her phone over in Loudoun County, and I hope you can hear us a little better. She's having a hard time getting the volume up on her phone there. Text me and said to talk a little louder. So here we go. There it is. I'm here at Mike's house, and we're getting ready to go up the north and fish a little while tonight, Saturday night. And Mike was up on the lake the other night, and he caught a smallmouth. He said about 3.5 pounds, and caught it on a spinnerbait. And anyway, he said when he got that fish in the boat, he felt something hit him on the leg. He thought it was his blade off his bait, but anyway, he said he got headed back to the front of the boat and found this crawdad that fish had swallowed, and threw it out up in the boat. And it's in a zoom pack, and that crawdad is almost as long as that zoom pack is wide. It's a pretty good sized crawdad. The amazing thing about it is the colors of that thing, and matching the hatch and that kind of thing, matching what those fish are feeding on. They're opportunists. When they get, when these crawdads get lurking around, they go to hunting for them. They'll get down there and kind of stir up the bottom, get them running around, this, that, and the other. And this thing is awesome. He's had it. He put it in a bag in zoom bag there on the lake, and brought it home, put it in his freezer so he could show it to me. And this thing looks like a baby lobster. I told him, I said, we're definitely not fishing big enough baits. So anyway, I just wanted to get a picture of that and let you know what was going on. It's got 3 or 4 different colors on it. It's dark and light. Got a little bit of orange here and there, light orange. Some green on its back here. And then I'm going to flip this thing over And I want you to look how wide its bottom is. And then turn it right back over here. Point out something here. Right up on his pinchers. Right on the tip end of his pinchers there is just a little bit of light orange. Right on his claws there. I mean, get this bag laid down here where you can see it. But anyway, we're going to put this specimen back in the freezer, I guess. May bring it on the show there Thursday night. Pretty good sized crawdad, I'll say that. All right, thank you, folks. All right, Mike, get them up. Just get a little higher there, Mike. Now, folks, right there, me and Mike double up. Him on the first cast, me on the second cast, and we got two nice smallmouth right there.
Yeah.
I mean, two dandies.
Probably go 18 inches.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll go 16.
Yeah, they two nice fish. That one's a dandy, and Mike caught there's a dandy. Mine just a little smaller, but two pretty fish. Back in the water, we're gonna put them. And Bill, wished you was here with us, old buddy. Remember our sponsors, folks, and that right there is why we go. Let's go fishing.
Yeah.
'Cause they gone.
They're gone, baby.
All right, let's get another one, Mike. Folks, we here on North Lake, and these fish are biting. They're getting ready to get going here now. I'm telling you. So stay tuned. We hope to have several more on the camera here.
All right. That looks real good. Looks real good. We got you. All right, folks. Steve's got one on here.
He just come off, Mike. I
Just
slacked
come
up
off.
on him a little bit, and he just got off.
Got off. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Steve's got a jumper here. He's going wild.
Yeah, Mike. I started to say that looks like a walleye for a second. Oh, this is one of them things right there, Mike.
Yeah. Them old smallies.
Hold on, man.
Raising cane, showing you how mean he is.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
All right. You got him.
All right, folks, that Mike's got a good fish on right here. Another one of them jumpers. Oh, yeah, Mike. Ooh, man, that's gone. What a fish. Oh, man. Whoa, baby, hold on. Don't let him break your line. Whoa, goodness gracious alive. Man. Yeah, man. That's a dandy. I mean, a dandy. Golly, bum. Shoot. Yeah, boy. Just for curiosity's sake, Mike,
Yeah.
throw him on the board there. Just for the heck of it. Oh yeah, we got plenty of light on him.
Yeah.
Plenty of light.
That's what his mouth open right there. He's. You can see it there. That's 19, 20, 21 inches.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, boy.
That's a nice one now.
You ain't kidding. That's a dandy.
All right. Go back and get a little bigger.
All right, good deal.
Yeah.
And you put your board back up. Hey, Mark.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah, we got him.
Sure do, Mike.
Yeah.
And when they thump that right there, it's pretty much a done deal.
Yeah. That's a nice one.
He's no great big fish, but he's a nice one.
Nice one, too.
Yeah. Okay, that's 5 in the boat, 1 pull off.
Yeah. Right.
Come out our hook.
Mm.
Oh,
Well,
shoot, he ain't hooked that good.
time he gets that and unhooked, I can have 2 more caught.
Yeah, that's a fact. There it is.
There you go. Finally got him.
All right.
Another nice one.
Good first, he's gone.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, let's get another one.
Get another.
All right, there's Mike with number 6.
Yeah.
Number 6. Yeah, boy, Mike, looking good
Black spinnerbait.
on the black spinnerbait. Yeah. Okay. Well, be careful what you say, Ed. God will be throwing that. All right, folks, we're going to get back at it. First, I want to show you Mike's dip net.
Well, you said it needed a little net.
Yeah, but dadgum, Mike, I thought, yeah, that's something you'd use for brim or something. I didn't know that's what you brought for these smallies. Okie dokie. Well, it looks bigger on the camera, but it really ain't. Oh, we're in trouble. All right. I hope you don't hook a big rockfish. Want your bait back. That net. It's all over. All right, we'll get back at it. All right, folks. Mike's got a fish on there. Yeah. Boy, Mike.
Meanest thing I ever seen for the size.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna get in the net here. Come on, get in the net, buddy. All right, you rascal, you. Quit that.
Yeah.
That blame it. Uh-oh, my rod's hung up.
Yeah.
Got him, Mike.
Yeah.
That's number 7. Okay.
Go ahead, get your rod.
All right, Mike's got another one on there. Next cast. And a boy, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Got a good picture of him there. All right, there Mike is with another fish.
Yeah.
They ain't as good as them we've been to catching, Mike, but that don't mean they ain't a good one out there.
That's right.
All right. Back in the water and get another. All right, Mike's got another fish on here, folks. He's a digging, yeah. Looks like, oh, yeah. Dang. Yeah, boy. That's a good one. That's a good one there, Mike. Look good. Careful now. Careful. Yeah. There he went.
Like you're touching that lip, doesn't it?
No. Boy, that's a good fish, though. Yeah, buddy. That's a good one right there, Mike. All right, back in the water. Come on now. There we go. Mike's got another. Oh, Mike, that gummit. That gummit.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
Gets off your seat.
yeah. That gummit. All right. All right, Mike's got another fish there. Missed one just a couple of casts before that. Had him hooked, he pulled off. And, oh yeah. Yeah, buddy. Still got your trailer, ain't you, Mike?
Yeah, what's left of it?
All right, back in the water he goes. Okay, let's get another. I've lost count. I don't know how many that is. We're in the teens, though.
Yeah.
All right, Mike's got a jumper on here now. There he is. Good boy. Buddy Mike, you're sacking them, son. I'm telling you. Them's not great big fish, but you get them. All right. Get another.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he's just meaner than a striped snake, Mike.
Yeah.
Mm.
He's a smallmouth. He's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's fat.
All right. That can get another.
All right, Mike's got another good fish right there. Huh? Well, yeah. You let him run with it too long. Yeah. All right. We got him there. You get him off there. Doctor him up and get your jig out of his mouth and we go back to fishing. Yeah, that's a good one, Mike. In the water. Camera's fogging up. Ooh, Mike. Ooh, Mike.
Oh, yeah. Come right up at the camera smiling.
Yeah, he is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come here, bud. Come back here now. That's a pretty good fish right there.
Yeah.
Pretty good fish right there, Mike. Ah, I got him.
got the dew off the lens there. You can see that fish. That's a good fish there.
Boy, I don't know how many fish we've caught, Mike.
Yeah.
Take off your rascal.
All right.
All right, let's get another. What do you say, Mike?
Yeah.
Hold on, buddy. I'll get you. Hold on. Come right up here now. Get that right out of your face and turn you right back loose. Think we right.
Yeah.
Hold on now. I want you to throw that hook in my finger. Take it easy. And we go. It's got me fouled up there. There we go.
Yeah. It's dandy.
There you go.
Ready? All right. Steve's hooked up on something here. You think it's a big smallie? See if we can come to the top of the water here and see what we got here.
Oh, God dang it, Mike. He just come unbuttoned.
Oh, have mercy. Another near miss.
All right. Mike's got another big fish right there. If I jump the net. Oh, shoot, too far, too late for the net on that. Yeah. Man. I'm telling you. Yeah. That's a chunk.
Yeah, that's a chunk.
I mean, that's a dandy. Get some of the light off of it. Yeah, buddy. That's another one then, about 19, 20 inches. All right, get another.
All right. Nice one, nice one.
What do you think about that now, Mike?
Pretty good.
Huh?
Pretty good one, too. Yes, it's a nice one. All right. Back after.
At East Tennessee Window Tint and Detailing, we understand how much trust you put in the people who work on your vehicle. When it comes to window tinting, truck accessories, 12-volt installs, and detailing, it is very important that you hire a professional team with the experience necessary to ensure the job gets done right. Our protocols follow the highest possible standards of quality. Our craftsmanship is second to none, and we pride ourselves on the ability to listen closely to our customers' needs and execute on their requests. Whatever your auto detailing, accessories, 12-volt, or tinting needs may be, we can help. Call us at 865-936-TINT. To learn more, stop by today. Remember, a great job at an affordable price is better than a bad job at any price.
All right, we're back, folks. While that little commercial there, East Tennessee Tent and Detailing, hey, they've been cleaning up boats, pontoon boats especially, pressure washing the pontoons, this, that, and the other, several bass boats, pleasure boats. So if you need a boat cleaned up, them guys down there, listen, they're trying, they're there to make money, make a living, and if you wanted your mule washed, Mike, I'd say they'd wash him.
I'd say they would.
Yeah, so it don't matter whatever it is.
More your four-wheeler,
whatever you want cleaned up, they got the means to do it with, and they got those bays there that raise it up and wash underneath. I mean, like I said, if you want your mule washed, they'd probably do it too.
Yeah, sure.
So
probably would.
Yeah, just take it by there. And also, too, if you've got a big boat out at the marina or something that you'd like to have some windows tinted, a houseboat or something, give them a call. I talked to them about that. They'd be willing to go and and you know, they get the measurements, come back and cut the tent, go right down there and put it right on. So give them a buzz. They like I said, the boy that owns that, runs that place, he's just trying to make a living, and and that's what he does. So, in electronics, you know, you've seen that on the commercial. So remember that, Tennessee Tent and Detailing. Appreciate them being a sponsor of the show.
Just don't let your wife know about it, 'cause she'll be taking you down there to get you washed.
Yeah, might be, Mike, might be. Yeah.
Details.
Yeah, she'd want to use a steam cleaner on that. Yeah. All right. Anyway, Mike, we caught fish on a spinner bait. We caught fish on a hair fly. We caught fish on a rubber jig. We caught, what else was we throwing? Basically, them was the 3 baits, but different colors, different sizes. I'm going to tell y'all something. Mike was wearing me out. He was wearing me out. And I said, Mike, let me see that jig you're throwing. And he swung it, got it in, swung it around there, and I looked at it, and I said, well, let's take that call right there. Hey, hello, caller.
Hey there, son. This is old buddy Bill.
Right, George, I'm glad you called in.
Yeah, son, I tell you what, I wished I'd have been with you on them trips there. I could have been, but I'm having a little bad knee problems right now, buddy. Both of you know that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I'm almost afraid to go because I'm afraid it'll give away on me and I'll fall in the lake.
Yeah.
And y'all would have to fish me out. That'd take up some time.
Well, we'll tie you in the seat if you get feeling like you can go. You heard us tell you them 2 big ones was for you, didn't you?
I know what you mean, old buddy. But them are crawfish, son. What people might not know about them crawfish, they molt every full moon, son, and they'll change colors. And I have seen them up there, get in on close to the bank. I've seen them by the hundreds.
Yeah.
There around them banks, and that's one thing about Norris. It's got a good crawfish supply.
Yes, sir.
And we got. It looked like we're going to have a good year. And if this here water holds up like this, we ought to have a good spawn, and the little ones got lots of good places to hide. So maybe this year we'll get Norris back on the map, huh?
Yeah, buddy, Bill. That's what we're looking forward to, old buddy.
Okay, son. Well, I just wanted to let you know there, old buddy. I'll think about you enjoying the show very much. And give me a shout when you get home, and give me a call anytime there, old buddy. But I'm getting better here. I'm gonna get better here before long.
That'll be good. We can't wait, buddy. Get you in the boat with us.
Okay, son. I'll talk with you a little later, old buddy.
All right, buddy. See you later.
Okay.
All right.
On Thursday night when I was up there, and I caught one smallmouth there and brought him up, and man, he throw junk all over the boat.
Yeah.
Well, the next one I caught, he shook his head, and I thought he'd done it because I felt stuff hit my britches, and I got him off, throwed him back in. When I got ready to climb back up on the front, I seen something laying there on the boat, and that's when I turned that light down there and seen that big crawfish, and that's something good. I mean, it filled up that dang worm bag there from one end to the other. He's about 5.5, 6 inches long.
Yeah.
And man, I'm telling you, that black and green and orange, it was in that son of a gun, and the whole bottom of him was that bone-looking color.
Yeah.
And I thought, man, I tell you what, they ought to eat that orange up. And I put orange trailers on. I put all kind of orange on everything I was throwing there, but it didn't seem to do no good.
Yeah, I hear you.
I think it had too much of it.
Yeah. Well, being you mentioned that, I'm calling this film the baby lobster film, what we just showed there a minute ago, because that crawfish is what it looks like, a baby lobster. But let me tell you, folks, here's what was happening. Mike was putting it on me pretty bad. And I was throwing the same jig he was throwing, and you can get them at Edgemore Outdoors, and that's that copper crawl with orange. And we kind of go to a little bit of orange whenever the moon's out bright and up there on that lake, because if you, like Bill said, you get checking the crawdads, they got a little orange on their pincher, and some of them be orange on their back, and so a little orange works good. Now on the dark of the moon, forget it, they won't touch it. But when the moon's out pretty bright, a little orange is all right. Well, my jig had 8 strands of orange rubber in the back of it.
Yes.
And I could not get a bite. Mike was catching one every two or three casts. And I was throwing the same thing he was throwing, except, so we fished there a few minutes and didn't get a bite. And I said, Mike, let's go somewhere else. I said, I think we've done cleaned this place out. Well, I caught a couple of fish there, but heck, he caught a dozen, I guess. So I got his jig, looked at it, and I said, So as we were running down the lake, I had my back to the wind there. I was picking them orange strands out of my jig. His had 2 in it, mine had 8. Well, when I stopped, I had 2. Yeah. And yeah. And, buddy, it wasn't, I mean, I didn't make the first or second cast. I had one on, and it was just, from then, the rest of the night, it was chaos. And I don't know how many we hooked and they got off, but we put several in the boat. And you would think, I mean, just think about it now. Go out there and get you a jig. It's got a multicolored jig. It's got some chartreuse in the back of it, chartreuse strands or orange strands or blue strands. And, you know, they'd be 8, 10, 12 strands of that different color in there probably. But, you know, I was throwing, it had 8 strands of orange in that copper crawl jig, and they wouldn't touch it. I couldn't, like I said, I think I caught 2 fish on it in a couple of hours there. I fished it and fished it and fished it. And I'd get my spinner bait and throw it and this, that, and the other. But anyway, I said, let me see that jig again. I looked at it and I said, So I just, like I said, as we was running down the lake, I went picking them orange strands out of it, and when I got down there and we stopped and threw the trolling motor down, I had 2 strands in mine. And it's like you flip the light switch on.
Yeah.
I mean, they just was all over it. And anyway, I'm like Daddy Bill. We're hoping on a good year up there.
Well, it's kind of like that red right there. I tried that red with the chartreuse on it because it done real good up there one year. And it didn't catch as many fish as what I was catching on the solid red.
Yeah.
So, you know, at times...
you'd be surprised how little change you got to make on your bait to get them fish to bite it.
Yeah.
And you'll struggle around there and catch one every now and then, you know, when you could make a little change of some kind or another and catch a boatload.
That's copper crawl right there with a couple of little old strands in it.
That's all it had. That's all it had. And you know, so I was going down through there plucking them out, and I said, I fixed mine just like his is, and that's what I done. And I couldn't, you know, but we've known that for a long time, and a lot of times
subtle changes.
Just a little, yeah, you know, if you take 6 strands of a orange color out of one, you'd think that wouldn't make that much difference.
Well, you got just a touch of orange on the tips of them, or whether you change the color of the blade on the spinner bait, or the size of blade on the spinner bait, or something, or just the color of the pork rind itself. Makes all the difference in the world to them fish. I don't know what it is, but when you hit the right combination, you're thinking there's millions of them in there. When you ain't got it right combination, you think there ain't no fish at all in that lake.
That's exactly right, Mike. You know, 3 years ago, I took a guy I was working with from South Carolina. He river fished over there in South Carolina, and he'd never caught a smallmouth. And he caught one on the first cast, and you couldn't put enough orange on that bait.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe if it had been the bait solid orange and the trailer solid, I mean, I had that orange pencil there, and I had that dang, he had one of them, the rabbit ears, what I call the rabbit ears, but it's a flipping crawl on that behind that jig, and I had it. And buddy, he had a ball.
Yeah.
He said, "I've never seen nothing like it,"
Yes,
and he couldn't take it away from him. And
No.
so anyway, now and then like I said, Saturday night, it was what was we throwing? Was we throwing a watermelon trailer or a black trailer?
It's the watermelon.
Watermelon trailer, yeah, on that jig. That's right. We both had watermelon on, but that little bitty 6 strands of orange kept me from catching a lot more fish. I'll tell you that.
Yes, sir.
Hello, caller.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Ed. You ain't watching the show, are you?
You know what's going on there? Mike was putting on a clinic.
Was he? Yeah, he's doing something, Ed. He sure was. I was hoping you wasn't watching. I didn't want you to know what he was doing.
Yeah. But,
I'm just kidding.
Was that y'all used that Falcon Lake crawl as a trailer?
Yeah.
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 I had the same problem the other night. I thought that just the same thing, and I must have painted too much orange on mine and everything because I doctored it up pretty good.
Yeah.
But that's what it was. I wasn't doing no good because I had too much orange on it, didn't I?
You sure did, Ed. That was for a fact. And I even, let's see. There for a while, I was fishing a watermelon trailer on my jig, and was catching a few fish on it, and then went to that Lake Falcon trailer, and that skirt and that trailer just goes together. That's all I can tell you. They're just matched perfect. And
they got that just a plain copper crawl. It don't have no orange in it.
That's right.
I was trying that and it didn't do no good on it.
Yeah, Mike he started out with just plain copper crawl, and that's the jig that I think's the most natural looking color we got. I mean, it looks more like a crawdad than anything that you can think of. But then when the moon gets bright, I've always went to the copper crawl and orange. And that's the way it was. Mike, he didn't catch any fish on the copper crawl. And when he changed up and he started catching them, and then I fooled around there for 2 hours before I finally I was too hard-headed. And like I said, we changed places, and I was picking that orange out there like match his, and heck, the first place we stopped going down the lake is just bam, bam, bam.
So good. Well, I think you're right. It just took them a while to get on the hot streak like it was last year. This time last year, you was already on the hot streak.
We was.
I think they're just not catching up some of this weather and stuff.
Well, I do, Ed, and the water coming up quick like it did, coming up and going back down, coming up and going back down. I think they're a little late starting this year. Last year, middle of, shucks, man, 1st of May, we was killing them.
I know.
And, but this year they're a little bit later, so it's never the same every year, and they'll start early, start late, but yeah, I think they're fixing to get right. I look for us to have a good next 2 or 3 weeks up there. I really do.
All right. Well, I'll let y'all go. Tell Bill to get him fix that knee.
Yes, sir. I hope he does get situated where he can get in the boat with us. Ed, I sure do, buddy.
Yeah, we got a can of WD-40 for him.
Yeah.
Hey, Ed, good to hear from you, bud.
Okay.
All right, see you, Ed.
Bye-bye.
All right. All right, folks. That's Mike. How much time we got left?
About 10 minutes.
About 10 minutes. All right, man. Listen, folks. There's some tournaments going on. Because I got something I need to run by everybody, and I want to get it. I want to go ahead and get it done. I'm trying to raise money for a mission trip for my church, and talked to Mike about it, and we'd be willing to take some people fishing, and I'm for a donation. Mm-hmm. For a donation fee, a donation to the mission trip, we'd like to take some people fishing. I can handle 2 at a time. Mike's willing to take a couple of people at a time, or we can split 2 people up. He take one, and I'll take one. We take care of all the gas and everything, and you can donate to for a donation there, adequate donation, we'd like to, put that money in the church for a mission trip. They're wanting to go to Rhode Island, and so there's a church up there in need, and we want to try to help them, and that's the best way I know I can raise money. And and there's no guarantees. You could go up there and fish North Lake and catch a boatload, and you can go up there and struggle to get two.
Yes, sir.
So, but right now would be a good time to do it, and I just thought maybe that might be something some of you might be interested in, and you can reach me at 310-1854. It's on the side of my truck. It's on my business card. If you're interested in doing something like that and be willing to donate to the mission trip, we'd sure like to take you fishing. So, just like I said, give me a call and we'll try to set up a date and make it happen.
Yes, sir.
And that way we're in the clear. So anyway, we're going on. Like I said, there's all kinds of tournaments going on. You got in the afternoons, you can fish Milton Hill, Norris, Watts Bar, Douglas, Cherokee, Loudon, Tellico. They're everywhere. If there's a boat ramp, there's a tournament going on.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And then you still got a few of the tournaments, the bigger tournaments going on right now, finishing up because they'll be fishing their classics here in the fall, and we'll just run across a few of those right now. And
I don't think any of the big tournaments is fishing any night tournaments, are they?
No.
Like we used to do in the reader and stuff.
No, that's
when it got hot in the summer, we fished the night tournaments.
Yeah, pretty much they finish up by June, and now you got the Blue Ridge Bassmasters. They'll be on Milton Hills June the 24th, and King of the Hill, their first one is June the 24th. That's coming up the end of this month. Then they go back July the 15th, and then August the 5th. And they're the ones that puts that King of the Hill runs that King of the Hill tournament, their club. And so their first tournament will be June the 24th over here at Clark Center Park. And that'll be the first one that applies to the King of the Hill thing, and that's a big deal. They have a good turnout and do a good job over there. So, like I said, that first one's coming up June the 24th, which is 2 weeks away. And then you got the Heartland guys. They got one June the 17th, which will be this coming Saturday. That's out of Rockwood down there. And that's a 3-fish limit and safe light to 1 o'clock. You guys have probably been fishing that already. Then we got the Fishers of Men coming up here. And let's see, on the 24th, they got the Watts Bar. That'd be the Lakeside tournament on the 24th. That's it down at the old Whites Creek marina there. It's called Lakeside now. So they'll be there on the 24th. And then the Tennessee Team Trail, their classic, they're finished up. June the 3rd was their last tournament. Their classic's October 21st and 22nd. And it's going to be on Cherokee. Then you got the Phoenix Trail, Volunteer Bass Trail, Phoenix Boats, June the 24th. They're on Chickamauga. So, okay, man. So we don't have much time. We've got several commercials of our sponsors we're going to show. But do remember our sponsors, folks: Tim's Tires, Citizens Bank, so on and so forth, Sign Shop, Shared Treasures, Pamela Ann's Candies. They fixing to do some things down there. Just remember all of our sponsors, Reynolds Race Marine, and so on. God bless you all. Hope to see you next week, and maybe Mike will have some film.
I probably have to get you a bigger net, so I guess. I don't know.
All right. See y'all next week. Okay. Good. Hey folks, I'm back here at Tim's Tires, and you saw the intro on the door, and they are also open on Saturdays from 8 to 12:30. And you know, I'm just looking at these tires. They've got lawnmower tires, they've got the small tractor tires, even the big tractor tires, and all these tires right here are for trucks and automobiles, vans, that kind of thing. And they've just got a warehouse full of tires, bringing them in all the time and shipping them out all the time. So if you're needing that set of tires, please come by here at Tim's Tires, Highway 27, going into Harriman on the left. It'll be on the right if you're coming from Harriman. And like I said, this place is just stacked full of tires, brands, all kinds, sizes, all kinds. And if they just happen not to have the size or kind you're wanting and the size, just give them a call down here and they'll have it for you, usually by the next day and sometimes by dinner time that day. So remember Tim's Tires, and let them know you appreciate them being a sponsor of the Let's Go Fishing Show. Folks, here's the front window of the Tennessee Tin and Detailing, and you got the sign out there. A lot of good advertisement here in the front window. So let me get in the side here and see what's going on. Hey folks, we're here at Tennessee Tint and Detailing, and man, we have got a beautiful automobile in here that they just got through finishing up, tinting the windows on this thing. I mean, it is nice. So I'm going to let the gentleman that owns this thing get in it, and he's going to leave with it, but I did want to get it, show you what kind of work they do here at Tennessee Tint and Detailing. Remember them right here in Harriman, across from Regions Bank, and take care of your car. They do all kinds of stuff. We've talked about it for several weeks. There's just a little example of how good that tent looks. So remember them and let them know you appreciate them sponsoring the show. Hey folks, I'm here at Reynolds Racing and Marine, and I just pulled in here. Been working, hadn't been here in a while. You talking about a beautiful boat. You need to come down here and check this Express out. I mean, this thing is nice. It is absolutely beautiful. And I think it's a 21 footer. It looks like a barge, but it is really nice. Come down to here, Reynolds Racing Marine, check this thing out. All right, folks, I'm here at Corner Lot Trading, and as you can see, mulch, gravel, sand, everything in the world here for your yard. Got some driveway stone, some landscaping stone, and all that kind of stuff, and a pile of sand here. So there's a shot of some of the landscaping stone they've got bundled up here. There's the black mulch. There's some more landscaping stone and a nice looking pile of topsoil, folks. I mean, some good looking topsoil. There's a shot of the scrap bin, so if you've got some scrap you want to bring down, they'd be more than glad to have that and load you up with some topsoil, driveway stone, whatever you might need on the way back. Remember, folks, that's Corner Lot Trading right here on Front Street, Rockwood.
Fudge is shipped all over the country. Its quality is unmatched, and it's made right here in Oliver Springs. But you don't have to travel all over to enjoy it. You can get it right here at our retail store, Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts. The highest quality fudge in a countless variety of flavors. And we also carry a variety of candy and unique gifts for you to enjoy. Come enjoy the taste you have loved for years at Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts in Oliver Springs, a division of Country Fresh Food.
In today's world,